Hello and welcome to Living Confidently with Sight Loss. I'm Mike and thanks for joining me. This podcast is all about sharing real experiences, having honest conversations and exploring the different ways people continue to live full, active and confident lives with sight loss. From practical support and new opportunities to building confidence and staying connected, there's so much to talk about. And today's episode is a great example of this. So today we are talking all about technology and how it can open up new opportunities for people with visual impairments. I'm joined today with Joe and Bailey, who run the technology sessions here at Envision. Thank you very much for joining me.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Yeah. So let's start with the basics. Can you tell me, Joe, a little bit about the technology sessions you run at Envision?
So we've been doing a lot of technology sessions, you got me at it now, over the past 12 months. And we've done it, usually the classes have been about 20-25 people. We've had a bit more every now and again. And the idea has been to do a different topic every month to try and cover everything that people struggle with, from accessibility on phones to Alexas, all sorts of things that we've covered all the way through.
So that could be things like using smartphones, accessibility features, apps, that sort of thing, really.
Yeah, so it can be anything realistically. I think, a lot of people struggle with different sides of the technological side. So I think from that perspective, it's trying to hit as many different angles as we can. And I think with the different topics that we've put on, we've tried to make it as specific as we can to different issues that we've come across that our clients struggle with day to day, whether it be, things like the banking side of things, whether it be, other things like Alexa and all different types of things that will, help people move forward with things, And as we move forward, in the future, we'll come up with more and more ideas, and we'll have other people putting in sort of their own ideas of how we can improve things as well moving forward. So that'll be interesting to see how things move forward in the future.
Yeah, so people come in with specific things that they want to learn, or do you guide them through set topics?
I think when we started this, Bailey and I had a plan that we'd run it for 12 months and that we would cover different topics that initially we were coming up with.
Yeah.
So we thought about things such as shopping, Alexas, etc. But at the end of every session that we did, we always give a feedback form to ask the people that are attending if there's anything that they want us to look at. And after every session, we've looked at the feedback forms, and any ideas they've come up with, that's what we've tried to incorporate in the next month. So, for example, we did an Alexa one. We did it, just a very basic setting it up, etc.
Yeah.
But we found that people wanted to know more about what Alexa could actually do. Such as the wake-up routines, reminders, the drop-ins, the fact that you can use Alexa as a phone. So it kind of guided us to do the topic. So like I say, we come up with the ideas initially, but we were very much guided by the people that came as well as to what they wanted us to look at for them.
Who are these sessions aimed at, Bailey? Is it for beginners, or can more experienced users benefit as well?
Anyone can come, I think. The first one that we did was more about sort of like the phone element and setting up your phone and how to charge your phone and all of these kinds of different things. So it was very, I suppose, at the start it was very beginner focused, but I think as we've sort of moved forward with things, we've got new ideas and new topics to work on, which has maybe gone a little bit deeper into different things. Obviously, we've looked at things like the assistive apps and things like that. We've also obviously had guest speakers to come in as well. So from that perspective as well, that's been sort of interesting because it's had a new element of it as well. Instead of being more interactive, that's been more listening sessions, I suppose. Information sessions. So I think from that perspective, that's been sort of different as well, and quite interesting, I suppose, to see who we get through the door and who wants to learn the different topics that we put on. So,
as you've been moving these sessions forward and doing different topics, Bailey, I mean, have you seen a difference in people? Has people's understanding of technology moved forward?
Massively. I think obviously, you have your success stories, from session 1 to session 12, I suppose. So, from that perspective, I think our outlook on things is, unless you try, you're not going to know whether you can do something, or whether it helps or whether it doesn't help. So from that perspective, we're always saying to people, just try it, because with anything technological, you can use it as much as you want. The only way that you can sort of break a device is by dropping it. So, ultimately, if you do something wrong on the device, it's just a case of change the settings back to whatever what you've just previously had it at. So, from that side of things, it's really, I suppose it's a good thing, and we've had a lot of success from it, I think.
We have tried to make it light-hearted as well, because technology can be it can be a tricky one, can't it? It's like a minefield. Yeah. So rather than Bailey and I stood at the front, with it being a really heavy session, we have tried to make it quite light-hearted as well, haven't we, along the way?
Because we're not particularly experts. We like to say, every now and again that we're experts, but we're not. We just know a little bit about technology, and we try and put that into play for people to try and help them to make things easier for themselves. Now,
I understand that we've just introduced one-to-one sessions as well. Can you tell us a little bit about those, Jo?
So at the moment, like we said, we've done a full year now of the group sessions, and they have been a success, but we found that people are wanting help with some of the topics that we've taught. They want to delve a little bit deeper into it, or they may have bought new phones, or they've got queries that they've been trying to fix along the way. So at the moment, we put the group sessions on hold to work more on a one-to-one or a very small group. So Bailey and I, once a month, will set a date where people can come in by appointment, so they'd need to ring us for an appointment. And then Bailey and I will be in the smart room over at the care home, and you can come to us with absolutely anything. Again, we're not saying we're experts by any means.
No,
but we can help as much as we possibly can. So the first one, we had people come in with, they wanted to know more about the phone, or they were struggling with their email, or WhatsApp's usually a pretty good one as well. So if we find that a number of people want to come for Alexa, then we'll do an Alexa session for that group, but we won't do any more than 3 or 4 in a group, because we want to tailor it more to the individual as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So we're going to trial these one-to-one sessions for the next few months, and then at some point we'll pick up the class sessions again.
How have the one-to-one sessions been going so far?
I think we've only done one at the minute, so from that perspective, that it's that one session was really good. We booked out a full day, and we had a full day's worth of appointments. It was quite a long day, I suppose, in a way, and that room was very, very warm as well. So on that particular day, but like I say, I think from the helping people perspective, I think it was really, really good, and I think the people that came to the sessions got a lot from it, and they learned a lot, and I suppose in a way as well, we're kind of learning on the job as well, because if someone may be struggling with something that we might not even thought about, so from that perspective as well, we get little bits of information ourselves, which we can obviously then tailor and research ourselves, which makes us better as technology gurus, as it were.
I suppose if you think about it, 12 months ago when you started these classes, you're learning as well as to what people want and how you can deliver it and how it helps
absolutely
the client as well, so that your understanding becomes better, so that you're able to help more people in ways that they can understand. So you're finding that people are benefiting more from this personalised support because you're able to spend more time with them.
I think there's a place for both of them. I think initially when we did the classes, it was to get the information out there that we were aware of, especially when we covered useful apps and we were looking at Be My Eyes and Seeing AI and things like that.
Yeah.
But during that session, our big push was, we can give you the information, but then you need to go away and try it and see what suits you. So for the personalised support now, I think we're finding that some people have gone away, tried what we've talked about, but they may need just that little bit more help to understand it. So that one-to-one is great for that. But like Bailey said, they've also come to us with things that, especially in relation to iPhone and Samsung and accessibility, that perhaps we'd not even heard about or we'd not thought about. But it allows us then to go away and do a little bit more research and then pass it on. But I think anywhere that personalised support on that one-to-one, it does work for some people because they take it in more, because it's just for them, it's tailored for them, it's more bespoke, isn't it?
So for someone feeling a bit nervous about technology, is there anything that you could say to encourage them to give it a go, to come to the one-to-one sessions and get that little bit of help?
I think the most important thing is that we can go as far back to basics as people need. And I think, even if it is just a thing that people come in and say, I can't turn on my phone, can you tell me how to turn it on? We can help you with that. And I think, there's no, we tend to say there's no silly questions, because there isn't with technology, People have to start somewhere. And I think from that perspective as well, we can help as much as possible. And we can start with basics and we can move forward and go a bit more advanced. But we can also look at different types of technology as well, whether it's the iPhone, Samsung, whatever it is, or we can move into assistive technology and things like that as well. Obviously, with my links with the low vision assessments as well, we obviously do a lot of assistive technology help with people as well. So from that perspective, we can do that as well.
It opens up a whole new world, though, as well. The minute you start delving into technology, especially for people with sight loss, it opens up so many possibilities, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Really?
Is there a simple piece of technology advice that you think everyone should know or could know?
You've got to give it a go.
Yeah.
We hear an awful lot of the time, I can't do this, I won't be able to do that, technology's too hard. And technology has come a long way.
It has.
And it's still, it still is moving forward with the likes of the Meta glasses and things that are coming out. But I'm sure Bailey will say the same, and we say it to the people we see all the time. Just give it a go. If you're stuck, come and ask us. But turn on the device, whatever it may be, and just mess around with it, have a go with it, and see where it leads you.
I think what I've always said to people that come in for my low vision assessments, for example, and they're struggling with phones or assistive technology or whatever it is, I always say, give it a go. If you're struggling or you want to throw it out the window, put it in a drawer, don't look at it for a few hours, then come back to it, try it again, do a few hours on it, then put it in a drawer again. But just keep getting it out, keep trying it, and you will eventually get there.
Yeah. I can't tell you the amount of times I've wanted to hurl tills through the window because they won't work, especially on a bank holiday Monday.
And Alexis. Alexis is usually the one that they want to go as well.
Yeah. Before we finish, is there anything coming up with the technology sessions that people should look out for in the future? Is there any plans? We're just going with the one-to-one sessions.
We've always got plans, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've always got something going on in the background, or we've always got an idea that we're trying to develop, or ways that we can make it better. For the time being, we're going to go with the one-to-ones. I think the next one is on the 18th of May. They can just give us a call and make an appointment, and I'm sure Bailey or myself can help as much as possibly can. But we have got things in the pipeline. We have got ideas that we're thinking about going forward with technology. We just need to shape them and see where we go with it, really.
And briefly, just moving away from technology, Jo, you wanted to talk about the 6th of May.
I did.
Yes. What's happening on the 6th of May?
So we are working very closely with a charity company called Green Doctors.
Yep.
And they are really good at attending people's homes, giving them advice on energy, how they can save money with the bills, etc. And there is a lovely chap called Luke, who I think you've spoken to before previously.
Yes. Yep.
He works with Green Doctors. He has kindly agreed to come in on the 6th of May to have a chat with everybody about energy, how they can save energy, but also he's going to have a bit of a talk about himself and things that he's been up to. I think he mentioned the Houses of Parliament to me at one point.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do hot food, so there'll be lunch, again free of charge, and we'll also have some goodie bags to give away.
Ooh.
We've got 30 goodie bags, which are full of all sorts of things. I'm not going to give anything away. But it will be a case of, for that session on the 6th of May, it'll be the first come, first served.
Right, okay.
The time will, I'm thinking probably about 10:30 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
And we will see how that one goes. But it's going to be all about Luke, all about Green Doctors, with some goodies to give away and a hot lunch that will be served as well, all free of charge.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, and just quickly before we finish, we'd like to leave our listeners with a little bit of information about who our staff members are. So I've got a couple of quick fire questions. It's just a little bit of fun. Now, I think if I remember rightly, I know the answer to the first one for Bailey, so I'm interested in what Joe has. I know Bailey's got an iPhone, so I remember him saying he went out to the dark side with an iPhone. Joe?
Oh, I am an iPhone girly.
You're an iPhone as well?
Yeah, I've got the watch, I've got the iPad, I've got the phone, I've got the AirPods. Oh, I'm all iPhone, me.
You're all iPhone as well. Favourite app you can't live without on your phones?
Spotify.
Yeah. Bailey?
Well, I tend to agree to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm part of the younger generation, so I suppose mine would probably be TikTok, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you prefer voice control or typing?
Ooh, that's it. Yeah, I'm more of a typing.
Right.
However, I think there is a really good place for voice control as well.
Yeah, I'm more voice control. If I can get away with typing, if I can use my voice, it's a lot easier to use my voice, I think.
I have started moving towards that, especially when sending messages. I've started to use Siri on my phone. To send messages and things, but
I'm a bit of both. I love a WhatsApp voice note. That's my big go-to. But I think realistically, what I'd prefer to do is probably type it, just because I don't like the sound of my own voice. But that's when I listen back to it. So I tend to try and avoid listening back to my messages, which can incriminate me sometimes, I suppose, depending on what I'm sending.
It's the same with voice, because what you say and what, let's say, Siri or Alexa picks up could be two completely different things.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Biggest tech frustration, would it be the voice control, or do you have something else?
Predictive text is always mine. You go to write something and then my phone has changes it automatically, and I think I was quite happy with what I wrote the first time. So that is my big thing, the way my phone changes my messages when I'm quite happy with them.
Yeah. A piece of tech that surprised you?
Oh, these are good questions, Matt. I must admit.
I've got to say my smartwatch. I didn't think I'd be obsessed with my smartwatch as much as I am. I mean, I use mine for like my steps when I go to the gym, answering my calls, all sorts of things. Mine. So I think that would be mine.
I think from my side of things, as I've got a little bit older and wiser and things like that, I've started to use my Alexa more often. And I think, when it first came out, or when I first got an Alexa, I was just using it for music. Whereas now I use it for everything. It's my timers, it's my reminders, it's my alarms, it's all sorts of different things. So, and as things are developing with Alexa and things like that, it's going to get better and better as time moves on. Hopefully as well, when you actually talk to it, it listens and doesn't say, I don't know what you're on about.
Are you an early adapter to things, or wait until it's simple? Do you dive straight in with technology as it comes out, or do you think I'll leave it until an easier version comes out?
I dive straight in. I definitely dive straight in. I mean, even things with when they've got technology such as Voxy Vision, which is out, and the Meta glasses. I'm all over that. I want to give them a go, see how they work and where they can help people. Yeah, I'm a definite straight in there kind of girl.
I'm the opposite. I'm as simple as possible is the best option.
And last question, keeping it simple. When you're working, do you drink tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee?
I flip between tea and coffee.
Mixing your drinks at work?
I start off with a coffee.
Yeah.
But to be fair, in the afternoon, I tend to move to juice me.
Okay.
I tend to try not to drink, but my teas are very different than everybody else's, I think.
Why? What do you do to your tea?
I'm sure there'll be people that will agree with me, but the milk has got to go in first. I don't know that, the milk for me, I am quite fussy with my tea, so the milk has to go in first, then you add the water.
Right.
And then you do the dibby over the top of it with a tea bag. I don't like it.
Right, so hang on. So you put the milk in the cup, then the water, then the tea bag.
Yeah, then I wave the tea bag over it, so it's like a dibby, 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 wave, 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 dibby. Doesn't go in, don't dunk it in. So it's like a wave, wave, wave. And then that's my tea.
She's pretty similar with her coffee as well. She's very particular when we have to make her brews in the office. It's 16 grains of coffee and that's only
16.
No more, no less, and that's it.
Wow.
So,
yeah, I'm so glad that I'm over here out the way on my own now.
yeah, I would be, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it strong.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for coming in.
You're more than
No
welcome.
problem.
It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon.
Lovely. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. And that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Living Confidently with Sight Loss. Joe, Bailey, thank you both for coming on and sharing more about the brilliant work that you're doing. And if you'd like to find out more about our technology sessions or to book a one-to-one appointment, please do get in touch with Envision. Give us a ring on 01253 362696 or email info@envision-nw.co.uk. That's telephone number 01253 362696 or email info spelt INFO at, which is the little A with a circle around it, Envision spelt NVISION -nw.co.uk. Whether you're looking for support or wanting to try something new, we're here for you. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time.